Hi everyone, so today I'll be going over my empties for the month of July. Like always, I'll have these separated into categories in case you're only interested in certain items. I'll start off with skincare. So I'm still trying to work on that sheet mask, low waist packaging type thing. It's not my favorite, so that's why I haven't finished it. So none for this month, shocker, right? But I do have some cotton pads that I finished up. They're from the brand Tosolung. I don't know if I got this on Joel Say, Yes Style, Stylevana, but this one was the cotton pad that was flat. It had one side that was softer and the other side was a little bit rougher, not necessarily exfoliating, but it was just firmer. And I liked using the firmer side. I would repurchase this, but I'm not buying anything overseas anytime soon, but this one was pretty good. I am currently working on this jumbo pack that I got at Costco here. So this is the one that you can find at Costco, Swiffers. I don't know if it's like a seasonal thing or if it's always there, but these cotton rounds, they're in the shape of a circle and they have this big old seam all over it. So I feel like it's harder for me to find a place where I feel like it's not kind of being a little bit rough against my skin. So yeah, that's the bad thing about it, is that I just wish that seam was a little bit less noticeable. It is a little bit thick, so it does absorb. Let's say you have a really expensive essence or toner that you're trying to kind of like stretch out. I'd recommend just using your hands instead of this, but I like a good toner essence step. And I do like cotton rounds. So this one I would not repurchase, but I have like 8 more of these to finish up. And I think each packet has about, well, it feels like there's like, 400 in here, but I think it's only like 60 or something. Yeah, I can't see, but it took me a while to finish this. So let's go on to the next category. Oh, it's a slow month. So we're already in hair care. This is a hair mask that my sister wanted to try out. Surprisingly, she got it for the full price at Marshall's, but I think it's still discounted compared if she were to have purchased it on Amazon. It is from the brand Fino Premium Touch. Maybe $19, but it's really small. So this one, she did not like it. She was like, hey, can you finish this? If not, I'll probably just, I don't know if she'll chuck it, but she'd probably give it to our aunt. The scent, it smells like expensive hair care. If you were to go to a salon, somewhat perfumey. This isn't like the fruity type hair care. The problem with this is that it was more of like of a gel texture, like serumy, kind of like jello like, versus I feel like the consistency that we both like is more of a creamy texture. This one I felt like, even though it's a mask, I felt like I felt like it wasn't conditioning enough. So my go-to conditioner is from Pantene, and I feel like that one was more nourishing than this one was. And I feel like my hair was a little bit frizzier with when I used this one versus the other one. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase it. There was one that she tried out that she got at Marshall's and TJ Maxx. Smelled beautiful. I think it was like a peach type scent, but it was from the brand Subaki. I would get that one, wouldn't get this one. Yeah, so I'm glad this is over with. Going on to, I guess, home fragrance, since we're already there. I'll go to the wax melt section specifically. These aren't wax melts, but I did finish up some Equate cotton. I've been using my tea light a little bit more. It says jumbo, but these aren't jumbo. Equate, I think that might be Walmart. Yeah, I know everyone mourns the loss of the Target cotton balls. I haven't shopped at Target for months, so I never got around to using those. But okay, I do have some tea lights, some 6-hour, some 4-hour tea lights. So I believe that the 4-hour, or like 2 to 3, I don't know if these are 2 to 3 hours or 3 to 4 hours, but this is from Walmart. And if you can see, I had some duds in this batch. You can see a lot of like leftover wax on the edges. The ones that I got from Amazon, like the 6-hour ones, for the most part, I rarely have any like a ton of wax. Here, wrong one. I rarely have a ton of wax like these. And I don't, once I light them, I don't move them. I don't extinguish them and try to relight them, because that's just not going to happen. So yeah, there are those. I think going forward, if I were to get some more tea lights, I'd probably just purchase them on Amazon. Okay, so for this month, I just used up one indie brand, and that is Athame and Alchemy. All right, so first one is Marshmallow. Yeah, marshmallow pine, fragrance notes, blue spruce, moss, eucalyptus, marshmallow fluff, cedarwood, amber, and sweet mint. So I mentioned this before, but she does not use plastic in her like plastic packaging. So she uses wax paper. The problem that I found is that I don't think it holds the scent terribly well. And I feel like the wax paper itself, whatever scent it has, or if it comes into contact with another wax, I feel like they tend to kind of mix the scent and they all kind of smell like a little bit herbally. So this one I used 3 tea light warmers and I used my julienne hot plate. And this one I mainly got a heavy marshmallow scent with a little bit of mint for the most part. The blue spruce I've noticed is a little bit less astringent or sharp when I compare it to like fir scents, and I feel like this one it went along with it because it didn't overtake the marshmallow note. I like the added moss note and it gave an aquatic feel. Strength, I gave it medium/medium strong. I only had this going for about 6 hours because since I mainly use them in tea light warmers, I feel like it tends to eat up the fragrance oils. So there's that one. I don't think I would repurchase this. Going forward, if I purchase from Athame and Alchemy, I would probably only buy wax for that season instead of like buying wax now and saving it for later. Okay, next one. We have coconut caramel latte. So this one, I don't know if there are more fragrance notes listed, and I honestly don't know why I got this because I don't enjoy coconut scent. I think in my mind, I was thinking that this was going to be coconut and like it just adds a creaminess to the latte and it wouldn't be noticeable. Oh, this coconut's noticeable. So if you like coconut scents, you might enjoy this one. It reminds me a bit of like a toasted coconut, similar if you're familiar with Bath and Body Works' coconut cream pie, like that type of a coconut scent. Not really like a fresh or like the flesh of the coconut or the coconut milk or coconut water. Yeah, toasted coconut is what I'm getting. In my notes, I put, nope, toasted coconut. It was a sweet latte. It had a noticeable coffee note. I know sometimes latte fragrances do not have that. And then I put that I liked it better with the windows open. Yeah, I just didn't like this in an enclosed space. And then this one I had it for 6 hours. This lasted longer than 6 hours. I don't know if it's because my nose is a little bit sensitive to coconut fragrances, but I could have added let's say another 4-hour tea light and it would have kept going. But at that point I was done with it. I didn't need it anymore. So this one was a good performer. It did fill up my space, but I don't enjoy the scent, so I wouldn't purchase it. Okay, and then the last one from Athame and Alchemy. I think at this point it started to heat up a bit, so I stopped using my tea light warmer. Or sometimes it happens where I get tired of cleaning out my warmer, or it could have been that I ran out of cotton balls and I thought, I really don't want to go out to Walmart and buy anymore. So last one, Georgette's Tea Room. Strong black tea with lemon, crunchy almond biscuits, and dainty frosted tea cakes. I wrote down that I got for sure the black tea mixed in with the sugar and a hint of lemon. I don't believe I got any of the almond or like the frosted tea cakes or the almond biscuits. Not sure, but I wrote down that it was light when I used it, and I had it going in for warmers. It didn't fill up my space, sadly. And then what in the world did I write down here? 1 and 3/2 hour tea light. Oh yeah, so this one I felt like it wasn't really doing much, so I only had it going for as long as this tea light lasted. And since I had a lot of wax left over, I had a feeling that it was less than 3 hours. I'm trying to remember because I think the owner said she was reformulating some of the fragrances, and I don't know if this is one of them, but I would be open to trying this again and melting it like right away. Moving along to, I would say candles since that's next. Okay, my sister does have some honorary empties. The first one we have is her CBD candle from the brand Candlebiz in the scent Pink Prosecco. So this is 12 ounces. It has one wick. Definitely would have benefited from another wick. I always mention this, but these don't really give off much strength and throw. She just mainly uses it for the CBD purposes that may or may not be present and that may or may not do anything. And she always has this going in a hurricane, and even then it does tunnel a little bit. She got this on sale for $8, and now it's really hard for us to find CBD candles at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So she is stretching out the candles that she currently has. And that's why you don't see, if you watch any of my previous empties, I used to have one every month that she would finish. And now it's more like one every 2 months, 2 to 3 months because of that reason. She would repurchase it, but sadly she can't find it. And I will ask her if she can clean out this jar because she's really good at that. Because another long story, but some candles are right broken and I think it would fit in this vessel. So keep that to the side. Another honorary empty from that my sister finished up is from a small business called That Candle Place. This is blueberry jelly donut. So this one, the notes are listed at the bottom, which I appreciate. Lemon peel, sweet blueberry jam, pastry dough, vanilla glaze, powdered sugar. So I did write some of her notes, but let me show you how it looks like on the inside. This one didn't really give her that many issues. It burned pretty cleanly. I do know that some of these wicks started curling a little bit, so I just kind of strained them out for her. Otherwise, no real soot right here. Very minimal, just some soy wax Klingon. So I wrote down that my sister liked it. I did see that this went on sale, but she said that she wanted to try out another scent and that she didn't necessarily need a backup, which is odd because when I had it burning in my room, she really enjoyed it. And I felt like oddly enough in my room, in one specific Hurricane that I have from Bath & Body Works or Luminary, it performed better. Yeah, it performed better the first burn when I had it in that situation than it did in her room, I think. Ooh, I hit myself. So I only burned it once. And yeah, the wicks did curl and strength and throw. She gave this low medium. So noticeable, detectable, but she would have liked it a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know why she didn't. I mean, this was on sale. She liked it, but she wouldn't repurchase it. I don't know what's that. I think she wants to try out other scents. The last candle that my sister finished up is from Slacken & Co. or Homeworks by Slacken & Co. And she so regretted picking this up. I had a feeling that she wasn't going to like it, but oh well. This one is Coastal Sands. We did a review on this one. So if you're interested, you could check it out for more of our thoughts. $14.99. The fragrance notes salted sand, beach rose, bergamot, waters, and neroli. Super heavy on the neroli. This one did have some issues with wax discoloration towards the end, but it was pretty medium strong in her bedroom. So, oh, I didn't write any notes. But yeah, this one kind of bothered her because for some reason, even though Orange Blossom is not listed, she wanted more of an Orange Blossom scent and less neroli. So this is a very nice summer fragrance if you love neroli. It's very like beach resorty, and that's just not the vibe that she's going for. So sad that it didn't work out, but thankful that, we got a Homeworks candle that did perform. Ooh, I did gift a candle to my aunt. I'll maybe insert a photo, but it was this candle called When in Rio. It was a single wick, I think. And I gave that to her because it was on sale, $5 somehow with shipping on Etsy. And I thought, well, okay, I'll take that gamble. But I had purchased one candle in the scent Asian Lily, but the owner said, hey, I actually sold out of this one. Are you okay with this other scent? And then I had a feeling because it said When in Rio. I think it's a Rio Radiance dupe, and I don't like that scent family for some reason. Not sure why. So it got here and it did smell like it. So I gifted it to my aunt, and she likes more perfumey scents. So yeah, don't know how that one performed. Moving on to candles that I finished up, which is just one. It's kind of funny. All right, so this one, I love this candle. I wish that there would be like dupes of this because I feel like this could be a bit stronger, or a lot stronger actually. And that is Key Lime Cake from the brand Homeworks by Slacken & Co. I got this on QVC. I think they completely sold out. I bought a total of 2 duo sets, so 4. One of them I gave to my sister. Burned all the way down. This one, I believe that the wicks did slant a little. I have a dedicated review in case you're interested. If you love a good, refreshing lime scent. This doesn't lean Fruit Loops, and I do get the cake. The problem is that when I get the cake, I feel like it smells a little bit weaker. This one had a pour date of 2024. Fragrance notes, fluffy white cake, tart key lime, orange zest, vanilla bean frosting. So yeah, really good scent. Wish it was stronger. So I burned this. Where's the front? I burned this not exclusively. I feel like if I really wanted to savor it, I would burn it exclusively in a hurricane and when the weather was or the temperature inside the house was cooler. So I feel like having the AC on would hinder this a bit. So yeah, really happy that I have more of those. And I'm really happy that I got them before all of them sold out on QVC. I haven't been able to find this particular candle at TJX stores or heck Ross, but I'm on the lookout. Another candle that, oh no, I thought I finished this. No, my sister finished it. I want to do a dedicated review on this, but I'll go over the one that my sister emptied. That is another Homeworks by Slacken & Co. candle and sugared lychee martini. I love the label. It's so pretty. It's got these martini glasses up against this almost like gray purpley background. So this one, the fragrance notes are chilled premium vodka, sweet lychee, raw sugarcane, hint of vermouth. This one has a pour date of 2023, so it's been curing for a while. And the best thing is that it was on sale for $10.99 at Ross. There were two more. I didn't want to take the risk of buying all of them because I'm like, what if it doesn't perform? But then I thought, girl, I thought I thought your new motto was buy now and you can always return it later. Whoops, I made a mistake. So, okay, here's how it looks like. My sister did burn it all the way down. No real issues with the wax discoloration or anything. And it still is pretty strongly scented, even though there's like barely any wax left. According to her notes, without giving too much away, that she said that it started off stronger and it got a little bit weaker as it went down. Overall, it was a solid medium. She would repurchase it at that price point and that the wicks did lean. All right, lastly, home fragrance that is not candles. My dad ended up finishing the sparkling cinnamon Yankee car jar. And this is the one that he got at Costco, or I got at Costco. My sister picked it out. But these car jars do not work, okay? Like this was, I think, the second strongest one out of the pack. And it's just kind of, I feel like it's better to have those like little tree ones, or the ones that he always goes to is the Febreze like air vent clips. So I think he's better off just buying those, especially because he really turns on the AC all the time. And that really helps versus in my car, I rarely turn on the air, or if I turn it on, it's on really low, or I turn it off and on so it doesn't really shine or it doesn't really like do its thing in there. This one, it worked for like, I think he said 2 or 3 weeks and then it stopped working. But these 2 or 3 weeks are very generous where it's only really strong for like a week. And by really strong, I mean noticeable. So yeah, wouldn't repurchase it. Don't really like it. I think my sister would like this because it does smell like cinnamon. So I'll probably put this in my dad's closet area that's in my sister's workspace. And then I'll call it a day. Next, we have 2 of these. I don't even know what they're called. They have like little beads in here. And this had a fresh scent. I got these at Ross in like a 6-pack. It says made in the USA. I don't even know the brand. But, oh, Brooklyn Fragrance Co. So these were pretty good. They worked for about, I would say like 3 months or so. And then the scent slowly diminished. I liked having them in my closets, in my drawers. I am a person that does have soap in my drawer. So I think this was a nice alternative. And I liked having a little like fresh scented sachet in there. So this one I would repurchase, but when I've gone to Ross recently, I mainly smell ones that are like floral. I can't find this one, and I can't find one that's more of a clean laundry / cotton type of a scent. So there's that one. Would repurchase it. Haven't found it yet. Next, we have miscellaneous. All right, next I finished up this Nature's Truth Vitamin D3 gummies. This is a smaller packet. I don't think I'm going to buy these smaller packets anymore, but it was on sale, so I think that's why I wanted to give it a go. $4.50, and you only had to take one, and I liked that the flavor was pleasant. It was this pineapple flavor. I think it used to be something else. I don't know if it was peach or orange or something, but this one's pretty good. They do get a bit hard, especially if you have this open for a while, because sometimes I have a tendency to forget to. So this one, the flavor is nice. This does have a tendency to get a little bit hard, but it should be okay if you buy it fresh. Would only get this if it was on super sale. And then I did finish up some toothpaste. This is Sensodyne by Pro Enamel. Love this toothpaste. My family gets it at Costco and we really like it. I am really wary with trying out new toothpaste because some of them get really frothy and you almost kind of get a little bit disgusted. This one has a good consistency. It's very soft. It's easy to brush your teeth with. It's not like those, like a gel texture where you really have to work it into your teeth. This one's more creamy, lightweight. Would always get that. And then unfortunately, I found some in an old bag because my dentist doesn't give me freebies anymore because I'm old or I'm older. Actually, I'm not a kid, so I think normally dentists only give kids little like goodie bags and stuff. So this one I didn't notice and they're already expired, so I don't want to use them. So we have a Sensodyne one and then we have a Sensodyne Pro Enamel. I think they expired in like 2023 or 2025. Are they expired? Oh my gosh, is this one not expired? This one looks like it's 2027. Okay, scratch that. I'm keeping this. When does this expire? This one is 2025, May. Okay, I'm decluttering this one and I need to hurry up and use this one. All right, so those are all my empties for the month of July. Let me know if you have any questions and I hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.